What up guys, Crypto Ether here, back at it again with another Bitcoin video. So we do have some huge price predictions from Michael Saylor, but before we jump into any of that, please do make sure you hit that subscribe button. Not only do I talk about Bitcoin, but I talk about any other cryptocurrency that I think needs attention in the space. We pretty much cover it all here on the channel. That being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. This article reads from Cointelegraph: with the Bitcoin halving just months away, MicroStrategy co-founder and Bitcoin bull Michael Saylor thinks that demand for Bitcoin could grow by as much as 10x by the end of 2024. So guys, I think also not only with this halving event, but also with these recent ETFs being approved, and then also elections coming up, that this could actually happen, guys. There's a lot more than just the halving event going on. So I can totally see why Michael Saylor is predicting such a huge increase in demand, right? So let's go ahead and dive a little bit further into why he thinks this. So during a speech at the 2023 Australia Crypto Convention on November 10th, Saylor was asked to give his outlook for Bitcoin and its ecosystem over the next 4 to 5 years. In response, Saylor initially gave a rundown on the period between 2020 and 2024, noting that Bitcoin went from being seen as an offshore unregulated asset to an institutionalized mainstream app. Honing in on the near term, Saylor said that Bitcoin will become an adolescent mainstream asset by the end of 2024, as he highlighted key dynamics surrounding supply and demand that will soon come into play. And then here we have a quote from him, right? I think that this next 12 months is going to be big because demand on a monthly basis should double or triple or maybe go up by a factor of 10, anywhere from 2 to 10. And the supply available for sale will be cut in half in April. So guys, he's just doing simple supply and demand here. When you start thinking about Bitcoin in terms of supply and demand, it's very, very simple. Basically, in this halving event, miners are only able to mine half the amount of Bitcoin that they currently mine. So that's cutting the supply significantly, right? And again, with all the catalysts that I named previously, demand goes up, right? So I mean, that's just what he's speaking on here. Let's go ahead and read a little bit deeper into it. So instead of $1 billion of Bitcoin being able for miners each month, it will be $500 million. It's pretty unprecedented that you would go from a supply and demand balance of maybe 15 billion of organic demand and 12 billion of organic supply. What happens when one doubles and the other cuts in half? The price is going to adjust up, he added. So just like I was explaining, guys, simple supply and demand stuff going on. Bitcoin's pretty simple when you start thinking about it that way, right? Saylor went on to describe the next 12 months for Bitcoin as its coming out party, as the asset graduates from college and heads out into the real world, via like ETFs and stuff like that, guys. Like, it's being accepted as an actual currency. It feels like a lot of these big asset managers have their ETFs out now. So I kind of feel like that's what he was speaking on. Let's go ahead and keep going here, though. Looking at 2024 through 2028, Saylor predicted that Bitcoin will continue to be in a high growth stage as adoption spreads across the big tech industry and mega banks worldwide, with both sectors integrating Bitcoin into their products and services. Saylor also said he expects to see a lot of competition among companies like Apple and Meta to get their hands on Bitcoin and eventually sell for major profits. So he's expecting everybody to jump in here, guys. And we've already seen these huge asset managers like BlackRock and Fidelity and Grayscale. The list goes on and on. Everybody seems to be taking their crack at Bitcoin. You're going to have ferocious competition and will among Wall Streeters to get the most asset share, and you're going to have crypto exchanges competing, and you're going to have other tech companies getting involved. That'll be one check. The other check will be when big mega banks or Bitcoin custodians, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Dutch Bank, and when they're making loans and giving mortgages and customizing it and buying and selling it, I think that'll be the second check, he added. Looking even further into the future, at around 25 years down the road, Saylor outlined some lofty predictions for Bitcoin. He emphasized that Bitcoin could blow any other high quality asset out of the water. Let's see here. Let's go to this quote, right? So if you think about it like that, you just say, well, we're now going to double, then we're going to double again, then we're going to double again, then we're going to double again. That coin is going to continue to progress to $1 million coin, a $2 million coin, a $5 million coin, a $10 million coin. So those are some huge price predictions, guys. That was like, here's like the main point of the video I wanted to make here is like exponential growth still for Bitcoin, guys. And like, if this happens again, those altcoins are going to react accordingly. And like, they're already like a 30x away from their all-time high. So imagine that Bitcoin goes to a $10 million coin. I mean, those things could graduate to 100x, 1000x, so on and so forth. So very curious to see what goes on here with Bitcoin, because it definitely opens up the door for those altcoins as well, in my opinion, right? So let's go ahead and keep going here. MicroStrategy currently holds around 158,400 Bitcoin, and the firm was up around $900 million on its investment as of November 2nd. So they're doing really well. MicroStrategy, right? The name is. I do believe that they're the biggest Bitcoin holder at this point. As far as institution wise, right? But that being said, guys, what do you think happens with Bitcoin in 2024? Do you guys think we can possibly see $1 million coin, possibly a $10 million coin? Let me know what you guys think. I think Michael Saylor's definitely on point when it comes to these predictions, but hey, you know, that's just my opinion. What's yours? I like to respond to all comments down below. That being said, I won't take up any more of your time. I hope everybody has a great weekend out there. I'll catch you on tomorrow's video. It's Crypto Ether. I'm out of here. Peace.